What's this?
It's your uniform.
Where's the cool jacket and hoodie all the other kids get?
Oh, you get to wear your own cool jacket and or hoodie. Isn't that exciting? In theory?
We don't get a special color?
No, but you do get a desk. So sit down, pop a squat, take a seat. I'm Mr. Scriff, and I am in charge of the UDM.
Mr. Scriff!
Mr. Scriff!
Mr. Scriff! Hey, Val.
Hey, Al.
Welcome to D-Commentaries.
Thank you. Welcome to you and welcome to our listeners. Today, we're talking about upside down magic.
Woohoo!
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 We're just dangling upside down.
Yeah, Val and I are we're like Spider-Manning today, so we're recording this upside down. And Val and I typically record these episodes in the evening time, and Val and I just spent like an entire hour catching up instead of actually recording. So we
It's
are
true.
warm.
We're
some might
very
say.
warm.
Very warm. But Val, I have really devastating news.
Oh no.
That I didn't share with you during our chat.
Uh-oh.
Listeners, I don't know if you ever listen very intently at how sometimes I'll go get more tea or I talk about my tea. And Val's laughing at me.
No, I think I know what's coming and I'm scared. I like laugh when I'm nervous. Okay.
I broke my teapot this weekend.
No.
My fancy tea kettle that I got for free that retails like $300.
No.
It is broken. So I have regular water.
Oh, I'm so
Devastation.
sorry.
I could use microwave, but microwave too scary for a hot cup.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say your cup broke. Your nice
No.
mug that I love.
My mugs.
But
I'm so sad.
Are you gonna get a new one?
Well, I threw out my tea kettle that I had on my stove because I have an electric stove now, and I didn't like the tea kettle on the electric stove.
Sure.
So
What about like
know.
a plug-in electric kettle?
Well, I could get one for like $30
Yeah.
somewhere. But I really want the fancy one.
I'm sorry.
We'll have to see. I might ask Santa my mom for Christmas.
For sure. I actually have my Ninja, please sponsor us. My Ninja coffee maker also makes tea. It does a whole bunch of stuff, but one of the cool things is it has like an insert that will take like loose leaf tea, or obviously you can use, bag tea as well. But it's really nice because it like steeps it and then it does all the stuff. So you don't have to worry about anything.
All right. I'll do some research.
Yeah, it's a nice coffee make. We liked it so much that when our old one broke, mostly because we forgot to clean it ever, we got the same one again.
Well, that's why I broke mine, because I cleaned it and then I left it on the wrong side, so it got in all the gears.
Oh no!
I need to drain it right side up and not upside down.
Oh shoot!
Sad.
Oh dear.
So we need everyone. Don't clean your tea kettle.
No.
When you clean it, it's gonna break.
Oh dear. Well, anyway.
Well, Val, thank you for sharing your truth about your tea kettle, and
Thank you for sharing
thankful
your
that I
truth.
shared mine. Thank you.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to donate to the Al buys a new $300 tea kettle fund, you can subscribe to our Patreon, and I will steal the money out of the bank account. Perfect. All right, Val. Did we already say what we're watching? Yes,
we
Upside Down
did.
Magic.
We did. Would you like to get to the business?
I think we should.
Okay, let's do it. Upside Down Magic came out July 31st, 2020. So this was the first one that came out like mid panny.
Yeah.
Full pan.
Full pan Demi Lovato.
Yeah. It was directed by Joe Nussbaum, who didn't do any other DComs, but did Sleepover, Sydney White. Yep, Sleepover. I knew you were going to react to that one.
Oh!
I know. Sydney White, Just Add Magic, and something called Gabby Duran and the Unsittables.
Wow, I love Sydney White and Sleepover.
Uh-huh. So you like Joe Nussbaum, I guess.
Wow. Did you ever see Sydney White, Val?
I think I saw it once, like when it came out. So it's been
so cute.
a million years.
Yeah.
But I love Amanda Bynes, so.
Love her.
Yeah. My favorite Amanda Bynes movie is the one where Colin Firth is her dad.
What a Girl Wants.
Yes, thank you. Mm-hmm. Love that one.
Oh, and her and the boy are so cute.
They're so cute. The whole movie is so cute. It's just a cute movie. Colin Firth is great in it. It's just great. It's great. Okay. This movie was written by a team of 2 with okay. Let's start with this. It was based on a novel written by Sarah Mlynowski. And then it was turned into the teleplay by these 2. Nick Puste, who wrote Ramona and Beezus. He didn't have a ton of other credits. And actually this movie was his last credit on IMDb.
Oh, okay.
And then Josh A. Kagan, who wrote The Duff, the Kim Possible movie, and an upcoming Spin, which is the next DCOM, Under Wraps 2, which is, the sequel to the new version of the Under Wraps movie.
Oh, yeah.
And Zombies 4. So he's kind of becoming the next Stu.
The new DCOM. The next Stu. Mm-hmm. Don't tell Stu.
Okay, we won't. This cast is as follows. Isabella Rose played Eleanor Nory, Boxwood Horace. I don't know if they ever actually said her name was Eleanor, but that makes way more sense. I was like, Nory.
Yeah, I don't think they did either.
Name. Some of her other credits, a lot of these kids, because they're kind of young still, don't have like a ton of credits, but she was in Secrets of Sulphur Springs and The Curious Case of Dolphin Bay. Sienna Agudong played Reina Carvajal. She was in something called Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Don, which I just love the name.
That's a Nickelodeon TV show?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think so.
It looked fun. She was in Star Falls, No Good Nick, and Resident Evil. She actually had a fair amount of credits for being as young as she is. Kyle Howard played Bud Scriff. He's a pretty prolific character actor, but a few notables were Love Boat, The Next Wave, Grosse Pointe, Orange County, the movie, Run of the House, The Drew Carey Show, My Boys, Royal Pains, and Me.
And Val, how do you think I immediately knew that I knew this man?
Is he a stage actor too?
He was in an episode of Friends.
Oh, of course he was.
And for my Friends heads out there, I know at least one, and it's Zach. He is the guy who says that he's in love with Ross as his professor, but not the first guy who says he's in love with Ross. It's the second guy who says he's in love with Ross as his professor.
Amazing.
And that's how I knew him.
Amazing. Ellie Samuhi played Elliot Cohen. He's in Biz Aardvark and Team Kaylee. Allison Fernandez played Pepper Paloma. She was on an episode of Law & Order SVU. Actually, a few episodes of Law & Order SVU. For those SVU heads out there, she played Nick's daughter in that like season or 2 when he was on the show. She was also in Orange is the New Black. I think in flashback as like a child version of one of the main characters. She was also on Once Upon a Time. And she was also in Team Kaylee, whatever that is. Max Chirina played Andres Padillo, and he was also in some episodes of Raven's Home. Vicki Lewis played Linda Nightslinger. She's a pretty prolific character and voice actor as well. Some notables were News Radio, Three Sisters. She was a voice actor in Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. And she was in something called Betsy's Kindergarten Adventures. Yasmine Fletcher played Chandra. And her most notable other credit is Miss Marvel. She played, I believe, Kamala's best friend.
Okay.
I forget her name off the top of my head. And Cynthia K. McWilliams played Professor Argonne. She's also a character actor. She was in The Lake House, Real Husbands of Hollywood, Prince of Peoria, Bosch, and she was a voice actor in What If?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The synopsis is as follows. Nory, who can transform into unusual hybrid animals, is placed in the Upside Down magic program as she is a prime target for an evil force called the Shadow Magic. Yeah, that's fair. So I already mentioned the fun fact, which is that this is based on a novel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for the fun fact. Okay. Business complete. Al, I would love to hear what your first impressions were of this flick.
Thank you so much, Val. Started off on a meh foot for me. When the first rough CGI happens, I was like, oh no, we're in for a treat. And then it turned around for me. I really did kind of like this. I think it was well-intentioned. I think that if they had made it into a movie theater movie, I think it would have been a stronger film.
Mm-hmm.
But with like their budget and with what they had and they did with what they could, I don't think it was a bad movie. And I was only bored one time. So I only had to pull out Disney Emoji Blitz one time. Disney Emoji Blitz sponsor us. I'm going to rate this one 6.5.
Wow.
Because I would watch this again. And there was a lot that I did like in this movie. So yeah, I did not hate it. I think also it didn't get, I mean, it feels different than how like Zombies was filmed. It feels different how like Descendants was filmed. It feels more movie-like. So there's that. And then I think that because it came out during COVID where it had to go straight to streaming, we're all sitting in our houses. There wasn't opportunity to advertise anywhere because they didn't really know how Disney Plus was kind of like functioning yet. I think that was a disservice to the movie coming out in 2020. I don't know if it would have taken off like the Zombies or they set up, because it's a book series, a second one. And I don't think
they did set up a second one.
But I did have a good time. That's my rant. Yeah. Val, first impressions.
I kind of similar to you as like meh at the beginning. I did not hate this one. I think that I was struggling a little bit with feeling like it was super heavy handed. And I feel like we sometimes have this complaint with movies that are based on books because they're kind of like hamstrung to like have the same tone or like the same jokes and things like that. And like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And like in this instance, and it also could just be that I am a nearly 40-year-old woman watching like 12-year-olds.
Did you just have a birth?
I did just have a birth.
Whoa.
To clarify, I had a birthday, not gave birth.
That's what I said.
But yeah, so like it might just be that I'm so far removed from like the tone of like a tween at this point that like it's hard for me to relate. But like, I don't know. I mean, I watched I would theoretically compare this to the Percy Jackson. Or was it Percy Jackson? Is that what it's called? They just did a new TV series of Percy Jackson. And I really liked that, and that's basically following a bunch of 12-year-olds. And it's kind of similar too. Like it's, magic and they go to a school and, whatever. And
we do have a lot of magic school movies.
There's a lot of magic school movies. And I feel like it's just such a like heavily mined area that it's hard to not also feel like things are just being reused, like the same concepts over and over and over again. So that was another thing that I was kind of like, okay, well, that's like, Harry Potter and that's like, Lord of the Rings. And that's like, you know what I mean? Like there's something that you can pull from like every, every possible fantasy IP out there. So like, it was just kind of those were the kind of things where I was just like, is this compelling? Maybe not. Do I get the message and appreciate the message of the movie? Yes. Do I think that these kids were doing their absolute best? Yes. Did I appreciate the adults in this movie for being funny and like making the most of their characters? Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't hate it. I would watch it again. I wouldn't ask to watch it again, but if it were on, I would not be like angry the way I would be with some of the other ones we've watched. So that's kind of where I was at with this one. Al, did you have any favorite quotes or moments?
Thanks, Val. I did. Awesome. A creepy nightmare hole. I mean, Nory was surprised when she fell on her butt up high. And he doesn't get the high five. And then it becomes a running bit throughout the whole time for Elliot Cohen.
Ugh. He gave me such like that redheaded kid from like Sandlot.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
The Big Green. I forget his name, but he was giving me that energy.
For sure.
Very much.
He was great.
Yeah, no, he was good.
Yeah.
They were all good. Like the kids were good. There was nothing wrong with any of them. They were good.
Yeah. Think happy thoughts. Think about goats. It takes a weirdo to teach a weirdo. No offense, weirdos. I love that.
I like that one.
I don't have like a least favorite part of the movie, least favorite. I realized, Val, we don't ask what our least favorite part of the movie is. I just started sharing my
You
least
just offer it up.
part.
Yeah.
I realized that last episode took 90 episodes to get here, but I was like, that's not part of this, but I share it anyway. Least favorite part is I really didn't like the CGI.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I didn't like any of that. But my favorite part was you're gonna be not shocked to hear this. The score, loved the music in this one. And that's because it's Tom Howe. And Tom Howe is a British composer who has done music for Ted Lasso, The Great British Bake Off.
I love the Ted Lasso score. Love.
Oh my gosh, there's so much more. Hold on. Daisy Jones and the Six. Shrinking, Zombies 4.
Wow.
He's all over TV. He did Shaun and the Sheep, which got nominated for an Oscar, which actually he maybe won an Oscar for. He's incredible. So I really enjoyed the music in this one. I thought it was a great score, and I thought and it added to the movie for sure.
Cool. Yep. Nice.
Val. Val.
Oh, Al.
Favorite quotes and moments?
Thank you, Al. Never mind. They don't pay me enough to care. And I just don't care. The term jiggity jaggedy puberty energy just hit me. That was funny. So this is where I should say something inspiring. So something inspiring.
Scriff.
All scriff. And then at one point there's like this isn't spoiling anything. There's a final battle. And at one point, one of the other teachers says to the headmaster, who only goes by like Miss Night Slinger or whatever her name is. And she goes, obviously the monster's power is forcing them back down to earth, Linda. She calls her by her first name. And then she says something back like, please don't call me by my first name in front of the students. But it's just, I just love the Linda. Like it just hit so hard on that line. It was very funny.
Yay.
Yeah, that was it for me as far as lines. As far as a favorite moment, I would say my least favorite moment is that final battle, just because it's so CGI heavy and like it's just because of that, the pacing, like
it was off.
We kind of talked about this a little bit. I think it was Twitches or Twitches 2.
Oh yeah,
like,
I definitely remember that.
It was so weirdly paced because of the animation having to like coincide with the fighting and like it was just it pulled me completely out of the moment, and I was just like, oh, okay, let's just get through this. So that was kind of whatever. But like I would say I really liked Scriff, honestly.
Yeah.
Like even though, you know, he is sort of meant to be the comic relief. I really liked him, and like he made the most of that character and had fun with it. And then I feel like there was something I was like, oh, don't forget that this is your favorite moment.
Wow. Well, maybe you'll remember it when I do the synopsis.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Would you like to say anything else before we go on down to Spoiler City?
No.
Cool. I have telekinetically removed my top.
Whoa.
And I am hovering into Spoiler City.
Wait, Val, I do have something to say before we go to Spoiler City.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it might be interesting if I say this before the synopsis.
Okay.
I read one of the fun facts was that Raina, the character Raina, is not in the books and was written for the movies. I don't know how that works. of like what's the storyline of the book. But yes, that is so you said something about the plot and I was like, oh, I need to mention this, and then I lost my train of thought.
That is so interesting because actually what I almost said was my favorite part was the choice to make Raina, who is this like very nice, I guess this is kind of spoilery at this point, but like is like the sweetest, kindest, smart, all the things. She's the one who like succumbs to the dark side.
All right.
And I don't know. I thought that was kind of a cool choice.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to me that character does not exist in the books.
We got to read the book, I guess.
Yeah, I probably won't. But I'm interested to know. Yeah. Someone comment on our Spotify and tell us what happens.
And with that, Val's telekinesis has ripped her top off. My top has turned into a dragon, and you have entered Spoiler City. This is where I spoil the city. We start our movie with a narrator because for some reason we needed it.
Because it's based on a book. Because it's based on a book. I'm telling you.
I know.
It's because it's
probably written in like first person in the book. And so it feels like we need a narrator.
Exactly.
I will say she never comes back. So we don't.
No, she does at the end. She comes back.
Oh, I so noticed that. Okay.
She wraps everything up at the end.
Well, good for her. Okay, so Nory is our pro tag here, and she tells us that, kids, when they're young, they find the thing that makes them special, whether it's art or sports, or those are the only two things you can do as a kid. But for her, hers is magic. And she saw a cat outside, and then she started to turn into the cat. So that's how she knew that she was magical. And her mom passed away, so that was very traumatic for her. Her mom, we find out, was also a magic person, which makes sense as to why she is also magic. Then we jump to 6 years later, no narrator, and she's going to Sage Academy. So it's kind of like a high school, but you get in 7th grade. So it is a 6-year program. So all of these like 7th graders are headed there. They're like 13, so maybe it's 8th grade. But it's her and her BFF, Raina, who I fully wrote down Rena because Nory did not say Raina. She said Rena the whole movie. So it was just really confusing because I was like, is it Rena or Raina? And so every single person kind of said it differently, which bothered me a little, but it's fine. So Raina's also magic and she can do fire. So she does this sparkle fireball, as they call it. And it's kind of just like a firework in her hand, basically. And Nory's power is she can turn into animals. So she can turn into a kitten, but then it also turns into a dragon, or she can turn into a kitten and it also turns into a dolphin. So she's, like, I'm really cool because I can turn into like this thing, but it's kind of like
a chimera kind of.
Yeah,
like
there we go.
Animal.
Chimera.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then, so we have all of the parents are taking their first years basically to the Forest 9 3/4 platform where they're like, oh, the bus is going to show up and it's going to take us to campus. And, you guys, hot dad, only there for a mere 45 seconds. But my God, Nory's dad, hot. Not even credited. I looked on IMDb. I don't know who that man is. But if this movie's worth watching, it's just for the first 5 minutes to see that man because he's gorgeous. I hope he's well. I'm single. Okay. So the tour guide comes from the forest. So they're all thinking this bus is going to drive down the lane. Where are their cars? They're all just like standing on the street. And we find out it's Scriff. So Mr. Scriff is the tour guide who's like, okay, you're all going to follow me into the forest. And all of the parents are just like, bye, good luck. We trust this, basically, Mr. Tumnus coming from the forest. We don't know who he is or where he's going. And he says no magic in the forest, which makes sense. I thought that was going to be a bigger deal. It was not. We have our animal kid. So there's a kid who can talk to animals. We see an emo kid. We have the teacher, Scriff. And they go into the nightmare magic hole. And to Val's point, we're getting very heavy-handed with our best friend stuff here. They are pounding it right into our brains of like, we're best friends. We will never split. We love each other. And we're like, okay, we get it. And I was like, I'm worried about those friends and values. I'm a little worried right now. I'm just thinking about it and I'm worried. So we get to school and we're there and it's, gorgeous. We see the 5 different schools. So we have the Fuzzies who can talk to animals.
Which this bothered me the whole time.
Us.
Why are the Fuzzies the ones that talk to animals and not the ones who actually become fuzzy? What the heck? Okay. Sorry.
Val with the not even hot takes. It's just a take because it's a correct take. Fuzzies that can talk to animals. Flickers that can bring stuff to you.
Telekinesis. But like specifically pulling it to you.
I also think it was the flickers in the movie could potentially go in the book could potentially go invisible. They got rid of that.
It was either that or they could read minds.
Maybe it's that.
There was definitely a power
they changed. Done, yeah. Flares that can make fire, flyers that can fly, and fluxers that can turn into an animal. So that's Val's.
Should have been Fuzzies.
You're right. Okay, so basically everyone gets a one-on-one test to see what their level is. There is honors and there is basic. So we go in, and this is a full montage. We see a lot of different students kind of like doing.
It's like beyond a montage. We just see like a lot of kids taking this test, which felt like a
too
lot.
Long.
Like it felt too much. Like we get it.
So we have Elliot, who is bad, and he had smoke instead of fire. Raina was good, and she was able to control her fire very well. We have Pepper, who was a flicker, but instead of grabbing things towards her, she would push it away. So she was kind of like a mean girl at first. And then we have Andres, who has like something in his backpack and he's acting really weird. And then it turns out that his backpack had bricks in it and was holding him down to the earth so he would fly all the way to the ceiling. And then Nory is doing hers and they're like, you need to turn into this cat, but only this cat. And she turned into the cat for like 2 seconds. And then she also then grew wings and was turning into a dragon. So we see all of kind of our main characters go through the steps. There's also a couple other kids who we'll mention, but those are our main ones. So then we go to our sorority bid day where you find out whether your honors are basic. And you open up your envelope and it tells you where you're going to go. And Raina gets honors flair. So it's like, hey, you're really good at being flair. So we kind of like move you up to the next level, but just for your class. Mm-hmm. And then Nory doesn't have honors or flair. She has UDM. We don't know what this means yet. So everyone else gets their uniform, gets to go to their, own their school within a school, basically. It's basically our houses within our Hogwarts. But then the UDM goes elsewhere. So she follows the Alice in Wonderland, like nematodes to the woods, the signs that say like turn back, and it says UDM this way. She like goes into an old tree stump because Scriff was there, and he's like, oh hey, yeah, you're in a UDM, you're with me. So then we have our 3 other kids who are down there. It's Elliot, who is bad with smoke, Andres, who had the bricks in his bag, and Pepper, who could push things away instead of grab them with her telekinesis. And we see Mr. Scriff, our tour guide from before, is the professor of the UDMs. And basically a UDM is a wonky, weird, defective magic. Basically, it is, say it with me, Val, upside down magic. So because they have upside down magic, they study regular school. And in my head, Val, I was like, why wouldn't they just like leave? Like I'd be like, I'm going back home.
My first note was literally, why do they not send them home? Like, why do they? And they sort of explain it later that like they keep them there because they're theoretically dangerous. Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to like protect society from them, but it still doesn't make any sense. Just send them home. And
right. I would be like, I'm going home. I'm not staying. So basically they study regular school. They don't get to do magic because they are wrong. They get to wear regular clothes. They don't get a uniform. Basically, in quotes I wrote, your magic is wrong. That's from our headmistress who looks like me in like 20 years. And then we get the reason behind why UDMs are pushed away kind of underground, literally, and not allowed to do magic. Because there was a student who was put into classes. His name was Reginald. And he was, Val, can you remind me, what was his power?
It's so dumb. I can't believe that they actually did this in all seriousness. So he was a flare, except his fire came out of his toots. His fire came out of his rear end.
That's why I didn't write it down, because I hated that. That's my least favorite part. There it is.
Yeah.
And so basically they decided that because his magic was weird, UDMs are susceptible to shadow magic. So if we don't let UDMs do any kind of magic,
well, because he was susceptible to
because
shadow
then
magic,
he got shadowed and was a menace to society.
Yeah. So they assumed then that it was because his magic was wonky.
And so they're like, okay, well, now school's going to start. And so they write down the first rule, which I did not write the actual. Oh, the first rule Mr. Scriff says is put your emotions in the pit of your stomach and don't think about them. And she writes down, Nory writes down, instead of writing that, she goes, get magic right side up. And I was like, how are you 13 years old and your handwriting is this terrible? This is why I can't have kids, Val, because I'd be like, you're 7? We're writing novels by now. What are you doing? Go pick me up a sandwich from the store. Okay. So we have our Flair honors class with one of the teachers, and we are finding out some information for our big game. The top 2 of each school will compete against the other schools to then be the one person who is representing school during Founders Day, which is their alumni event, which is their like, hey, we have new people. And they individually call up the teachers like, hey, I need you to come show me your stuff. And she goes, pop this popcorn, because Raina's a fire. And it was terrible popcorn, tasted terrible, done terribly. But then there's this like spooky girl looking through the window at what was happening. We're like, okay, what's happening there? And then we cut back to the UDMs. Their task for the day, Scriff opens up the shed and there's brooms. And so Nory is like, yeah, we get to fly. And they get this really funny slow motion of her like jumping with the broom. Of course, we all know she's not going to fly. And she just fell straight on the ground. But they're sweeping. They don't get to do magic. So today's classes, we're sweeping the grounds. And she sweeps her way into fluxing class, which is she's a fluxer, changing into animals. And the teacher at the time is saying, one of you is going to get to represent, 2 of you are going to get to represent for Founders Day to potentially be the one person who presents for Founders Day. And the way that you get there is by memorizing this exact cat and turning into this exact cat. And Nory's like, well, I can do that. And so she scooches her way in, kind of steps on everyone, and she ends up doing it anyway. But instead of turning into this exact cat, she turns into a cat, elephant, eagle. And so they're like, well, this is why you're a UDM and you're not supposed to practice magic. And then we get to lunch and Andres, go.
Sorry. One thing that I think we didn't mention is that the reason that they don't allow the upside down magic people to do magic is because their magic dies if they don't use it. And so they're wanting them to essentially like become non-magic by like not using, like not practicing their magic. So like every time Nory does this, not only is she irritating everybody, but she's also like using her magic, which is like frustrating them and like concerning them. Like they're very like angry with her for defying this, because the entire idea is that she is meant to like no longer be magical because she, doesn't practice.
Thank you, Val. Okay, so we get to lunch and Andres talks for the first time and they're like, you talk? And he's like, yeah, when I have something to say. And then the Flair go.
One thing about that. So like he goes from being completely silent, sullen, whatever, to like being a really nice, enthusiastic, like totally normal kid. And like, I think that was a missed opportunity is the way I'll put it. I think that they could have had him still remain kind of sullen and like quiet and still, used that moment and other moments to have him say something important. I don't know. It just felt like, okay, we just undermined this whole introduction to him by making him just be like everybody else all of a sudden.
Fair point. But he was great throughout. Once he like has his personality, unearthed, I think that he was a good addition to the crew.
Sure.
And then at lunch, the Flair teacher, the one who was like, your popcorn was terrible, won't let Raina talk to Nory. So it's very like, nope, Flairs stay over here, kind of like Mean Girls, where we all have to stay at our different lunch tables. And then Raina comes second best again in class to this skinny white boy. And
Philip, I think is his name.
Yeah, Philip. And this girl comes up to her finally and is like, you want to harness that power you're feeling. If you want to harness that, I have something that can help. Raina's kind of like thinking about it. She's like, what does that mean? Like, I want to be better, but like, I don't know. This is kind of spooky because like, who are you? And this girl looks kind of like her. She's got gorgeous hair. She's a Flair. She's wearing the red blazer. Very mysterious, very spooky whenever she shows up. Nory is sweeping, so she finally catches up with them, and they both lie to one another, saying, I'm doing great. Yeah, no, I definitely doing magic as a UDM all the time. And Raina's like, yeah, definitely not second guessing my powers or anything, and fully doing great. And I definitely don't miss you at all. But then Raina goes to the library, and there's some spooky, scary happenings happening. And the shadow magician's like book is following her around. So she's in the library. She's like the only one in there. And everywhere she goes, she like the book falls out and then she like picks up her backpack and the book is there. So it's this black book. It's like gray pages with black shiny writing in it. And it's like following her around. And then this spooky friend knows something because the spooky friend was watching her the whole time while this was happening. And then we find out that the spooky friend's name is Chandra. Hate that. What are we doing? Why did we name a character Chandra? Nory tries to do the cat again, but then it doesn't work out, but she's having fun with her friends. So this little group of misfits is starting to become friends. That's kind of been happening throughout. And Raina looks out her window and sees Nory with her new friends, and she gets all sad. And so this book pops up again and is like manifesting your untapped power. So Raina's sitting here being like, well, if I don't have my best friend and I don't have any other friends, I might as well untap my power. We cut to the Sage match, which is where the two best kids from each school are going to compete to be the one best kid to be on stage during Founders Day. So Nory crashes and all of her little friends follow. And Raina wins the Sage match because she is now harnessing her power incredibly. And Nory does crash and forces her way in to be like, no, I want to try. I know I can do it. I want to do it. And she's like stuck in this Trident. That's what they call it later. Trident. And Raina's like, I know her favorite thing. Her favorite thing is the sparkle fireball. So she tries to do it, but the fireball ends up hitting Nory and injuring her, I guess.
Because the shadow magic gets
and she's
out
like,
of control.
Whoa. And she's like, why'd you do that? And so the headmaster is like, you can't do that anymore. This is all Nory's fault. No one realizing that Raina's like doing this, like kind of illegally. Mm-hmm. And the headmaster was like, UDMs can't practice magic at all anymore. And they can't go to Founders Day. You are all banned. And so Nory apologizes to her pals. She's really sorry. And then Scriff comes in. He's like, no, you don't need to apologize. I need to apologize. We can be more than this, the Sage games. Sage is the school name. So he's like, we can be more than this. And he's like, I'll teach you because I'm secretly a fuzzy. So he can sing to animals. But his upside down magic is he can't talk to animals. He can sing to animals. Andres helps Nory she's like got kind of like a crush on him, but it never like comes to fruition, which I think I liked, where it's just kind of like a will they won't they. Yeah. Maybe they get together in another movie or book. But at least in this one, it was just like,
I have no idea.
You could tell that there's something there a little bit more, but it definitely wasn't pushed, which I thought was good because I think book one about friendship for sure. So Andres is chatting with Nory and she's kind of like word vomiting out loud of, oh, thank you so much for your help. I just figured out what I needed. And he was like, I didn't do anything, but okay. And she's like talking to him about Raina's magic and how it's been kind of crazy. But then in Raina's room, the weird spooky girl is back and makes her take the book. And she's like, no, I don't want this. And there's a knock at the door and she goes, go away. But it ends up being Nory. So she's like, oh, And Raina wouldn't let Nory in her room because the spooky book was in there. So she didn't want to. So she's like, oh, I'm tired. I got the Founders Day is tomorrow. And I'm just, don't come in. I'm tired. And she was like, okay, this is weird, but okay. So then Nory goes. Then Scriff is like, you know what? We're having class outside. It's a really nice day. So they go outside and he's like, what do you want from your magic? And they have a really cool montage of them taking what they're good at in their magic and not suppressing it, but honoring it and saying, not what you can't do, but what can you do? Okay, well, if you can't pull things to you, you can push them away. So you're sitting here raking the leaves, but you can push all the leaves away, like little things like that. And then this is where I decided Scriff was hot, and he was a really good casting choice because he was really supportive. I really like. He looks good. He looks good. And hot, not cool, non-parent adult. So our spooky girl is back to convince Raina. She's like, do this, go all in, forget everyone else. And then the other flares are by her. And they're like, who are you talking to? And she's like, Chandra, she's right here. She kind of sucks. And they're like, Raina, there is no one there. Chandra's fake, just like that fake ass name. Oh my God. She's not real. She's been a figment of Raina's imagination this entire time. She's the only one who can see her. That's her untapped magic was already manifesting itself into a vision. So then Chandra and Raina meet in the ballroom or the great hall of the school. And Chandra is like, you are insecure. You need to take your insecurities and make them your power, and you're perfect. And she's like, unlike Reginald, if we remember, the tutor, if you are accepting the shadow magic, and Chandra fully joins bodies with Raina and her eyes go black. Like if you went to Six Flags Great America, it's Fright Fest, and some teenager from Gurnee is wearing black contacts. And so she's like fully the shadow magic. She's letting it take over because she goes, I don't have anything else to live for. And Nory sees Raina and is like, oh my God, you guys, like she's going crazy. We got to stop her. But Scriff is like, we can't stop her tonight. She's not going to do anything tonight because it doesn't mean anything. It's going to happen tomorrow during Founders Day is what they all conclude. So let's get some rest and we'll get out there tomorrow so we can all defeat her. Which I felt like was a good decision, but it felt very like, ho! Does that make sense?
And also like, we're just going to let this demon possess our friend all night. And
sleep tight.
Just trust that she's not going to do anything.
I was going to sleep so soundly. So we get to Founders Day and the headmaster is like, well, Raina, our very special person. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to take over. And she like gets all big. She turns into Tafiti. Teika. There we go. Teika. Thank you.
I've only seen Moana like 800 times in the past few months.
So she turns into Teika, and all of the different schools, this is the part Val didn't really like, is all the different schools are trying to defeat her with their powers, but she is too strong for their individual powers. But when the UDMs work together, they can defeat her. So she's on the ground. They're about to destroy her completely. And Nory's like, no. Well, while she is in the Dritten cat dragon, and she like blocks them from doing anything to her. And then she like turns human and she's like, Raina. And so then Raina, she's like, you're amazing. And so she defeats the shadow from within. So Raina defeated the shadow. The shadow is gone. Everyone goes to their respective schools and they let UDMs into the schools. Everyone's happy. They kind of disassembled all the schools need to stay individualized. We're like, oh, everyone can sit at different lunch tables now and we need to embrace each other for who we are and things like that. I did find it interesting that Elliot was immediately led into honors, but that's a story for another time. And they set up at the very end for a second movie because there is multiple books, and I don't believe we have gotten Upside Down Magic 2 yet.
No, I don't know if it's in the works. Amazing. Thank you, Al.
You're welcome, Val. Anything for you.
No, I think I'm good to go to the bingo.
Okay, let's do it.
Great. I think I started last time, so you go ahead.
Okay, great. One hit wonder song.
I didn't hear any like songs.
Okay, there was.
Oh, there were? Okay.
The opening song, Upside Down, is by DNCE.
What? Really?
Yes, it's not a one-hit wonder because their one-hit wonder is Cake by the Ocean.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mr. Joe Jonas himself.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Sponsor us, Joe Jonas.
And that is the only song in this movie.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Breaking the fourth wall or looking into the camera. I feel like there were a couple. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Does she look in the camera when her eyes turn black?
That's literally what I was just about to say, is I think that she basically looks into the camera. I don't know if it was like intentional, but she definitely does.
Yeah. Her black eye contact, but she was like looking the other way.
Yeah. Creepy.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Holiday themed. First day of school. First day of school. No.
Okay. Gotta stretch up. Clunky.
Val's stretch for clunky.
Clunky metaphor. Okay. Neurodivergence. Upside down magic is neurodivergence.
Wow.
And
that's why we hired Val.
And also, like, the whole thing with honors was, I think, very interesting to me. I don't know if that's part of the actual book, but it was an interesting addition. Like the sort of pressure that goes along with being in like an honors program and how it can be counterproductive and how it can like burn kids out and stuff like that. Like, I definitely resonated with that because I took a lot of honors classes growing up. And I was always like the dumb kid in honors class. So I like very much could relate to like Raina kind of feeling like she just can't keep up with these kids and she doesn't necessarily like belong there and that kind of thing. So like I could definitely relate to that, but definitely upside down magic is clearly neurodivergence, right? It's like a different way of doing the same thing and it's actually your superpower. And if you just embrace it instead of trying to make these kids be like everybody else and instead allow them to use their strengths to succeed, they will excel.
Parents who just don't get it.
There's not really parents in this movie at all.
No.
Except for
just
hot dad for 10 seconds.
45 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm still thinking about him. Okay.
Cool non-parent adult. Scriffy.
Scriff. Cutie little script.
All my favorite lines were him.
Yeah. Someone too famous for a TV movie.
Not a single one. No. Competition to resolve central problem. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll count it.
Founders Day. A montage sequence.
Yep. A couple.
Val, did you say that the headmaster was also in the movie Den Brother?
No.
I saw that on IMDb.
I did not notice that.
She was one of the redheads in Den Brother, I think.
Oh, whoops. Maybe she's the fussy lady because she feels... I think she's giving that energy.
She feels fussy.
Cool. Cliche villains. Yeah. The shadow monster. Yeah.
Yes. Clothes or items you owned?
No. Rotten Tomatoes 40 to 60. I mean, this could go one of two ways, right? Either it's very poorly rated because it came out during the pandemic, or it's actually very highly rated because everyone was doing nothing except watching stuff on streaming during the pandemic. I'm going to say 45.
You got the points and we get the point, Val. It's 47.
Whoa. Wow, I was pretty close.
You were so close. You started saying 4 and I was like, yes.
I saw your face and I was like, am I so wrong or am I so right?
Happily ever after.
Well,
for now. Do we mark it? Because there's a 2. I mean, we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know if there's a, they definitely had
at least right now there's no 2, so it's happily.
Yeah, for sure. Almost kissing. Not in the slightest.
No.
This is a very platonic movie.
Someone who became famous.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet, anyway. No.
Yeah.
Betraying of one's real friends or values. I mean, Raina, kind of.
Mm-hmm. When she, like, turns her away and they both, like, lie to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Narrator.
Yep. Obviously bad special effects or stunts. So many. I mean, considering how many they had, like, it was okay, but, like, my goodness. Like, if you're gonna do it, you know?
Yeah. Disney Channel star.
Not really. There was, I think.
Who's in Biz Aardvark?
Oh, that was Elliot, I think. Is Biz Aardvark a Disney show?
I think so. Yeah, it's Disney. Biz Aardvark is the one with Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah, Ellie was in there. Ellie?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say since he was on the show, then yeah.
Okay. Musical number.
Yes, Griff.
All right.
He sings a full song.
Fine.
Thank you. Magic.
No.
Oh, Val, at the end, I didn't write it down. I should have remembered that she ended in a narrator because they say, like, friendship is the real magic. And I was like, no, science is the real magic.
They're both, I guess. Fine.
I guess.
Someone says the title of the movie so many times. Yes.
So cool. Scooby Dude.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Those kids do be
Scooby
doing.
Scooby.
They do be Scoobying as I was watching this movie. This movie dooby doo. We've been on the Zoom for so long. This zoomy zoom.
Oh my god. That's the whole thing with Alice. I'm not gonna talk
Get
about
me
it
out of here. Okay.
The heroes create the problem. Oh yeah.
They
don't create the problem of, like, discrimination, but Raina creates the problem, the immediate problem. Absolutely. And Nory kind of too.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, lead is a fish out of water.
I don't think so.
No. Even though she is, like, fish out of watering in a new school where she is not comfortable.
I feel like she is comfortable. That's, like, part of why they don't like her, because she's sort of like, I'm supposed to be here. And they're like, no, you're not. And she's like, but I am, you know, and she's just sort of walking around like she owns the place.
I am.
But I am. So I don't know. I personally don't think
I won't mark it. That's fine.
Okay.
I won't mark it foul because you know why?
We already had a bingo anyway.
We already got a bingo.
Yay!
It is our fourth line down, betraying with one's real friends or values. Narrator, obviously bad special effects or stunts. Disney Channel star and musical number.
Okay.
Whew, we have a couple that we needed one more for, and we would have got it. Lead is a fish out of water, someone too famous for a TV movie, and parents who just don't get it.
Oh, well. We got one.
Oh, well. Ding, ding, ding. You know what it's time for. And Val, do you remember when I could not stop talking about the composer of this movie? Well, today we're playing Is It a John or Is It a Hans? And in this game, I will read off a movie, and you have to decide whomst is the composer of the movie. Is it Hans Zimmer or is it John Williams?
Okay.
Some of these might be surprising for you, Val.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. If you don't know who either of these people are, get cultured. Okay.
For real though, like if you need to know any composers of scores at all, these two. Know these two.
Yes. All right, Val. I have 12 here.
Okay.
I'm
ready.
All right, and for the listeners at home, are you ready? Okay. First movie, Boss Baby.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna say Hans Zimmer.
That's correct. Some of these might be obvious. Interstellar.
Ooh. I actually am not sure which one of them did that one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Hans Zimmer just based on the score.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. Another animated film, Megamind.
Oh my God. Just for the sake of variety, John Williams.
Incorrect.
That's so funny.
Zimmer.
So Hans Zimmer did Lion King and then all of a sudden was like, yeah, I'll do any animated movie that comes.
What are you paying me? All right.
So funny.
A classic that I saw for the first time and have thoughts about, Saving Private Ryan.
Ooh. Is that John Williams?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes. And I am the guy in the Saving Private Ryan. I am the guy who is, why are we saving Private Ryan? Okay. I watched that movie and the entire time I did not understand why we are saving Private Ryan. Okay. No reason.
Oh, it's so funny.
Ready, Val?
Yes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my God.
Jude Law, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Oh boy. I'm gonna go Johnny Boy.
Incorrect. Hans Zimmer.
Okay.
Val, you should know this one. My favorite movie, The Holiday.
Oh, that feels like, oh man, that could be either of them.
I will be seeing it in concert this December.
I'm gonna go
CSO.
John Williams.
Incorrect. It's Hans Zimmer.
Shoot.
Okay, this is
Man.
harder than I thought. I feel good.
I
Okay.
like that score. Obviously they have scores that are like very distinctly them that like make me
Right.
think of them. But like these ones are fun because like
You don't know.
I could see the overlap. Like there's
Yes.
way more overlap than I realized
Uh-huh.
until this conversation.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Next one. One of my faves, I think one of my first PG-13s I saw in movie, Catch Me If You Can.
Ooh, John Williams.
Correct.
Okay.
You love him. I love him. And it's because he's got eyebrows. Animated movie, Spirit. It's the horse. It's the hot horse, Val.
Oh, okay. Well, since it's animated, I'm going to go Hans Zimmer.
That's correct. Another animated, Road to El Dorado, in which I won a coloring contest and got to see the movie for free and got a bunch of AMC Road to El Dorado merch. I was in the newspaper. Al Ring, 6, listens intently to Barnes & Noble reader.
Wow. All right,
Yeah.
girl. I've never seen Road to El Dorado. Uh-oh.
Have you seen it's our first one? Oh my God. I'm actually disappointed.
All right. I'm going to go John Williams.
Incorrect. Hans Zimmer.
Okay. I should just always go Hans Zimmer on the animated ones.
Half animated, Val. The BFG.
Oh, Lord. Well, that's got to be John Williams.
It is.
Okay.
It's like one of his only animated ones.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the people who made these movies, like the directors and producers, because like that will also give some information about who is the composer.
All right. Well, we'll see how you feel about these next
They
two,
work
Val.
with a lot of the same people. Okay. Yes.
Thelma and Louise.
Ooh. I actually don't know who directed Thelma and Louise.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Hans Zimmer.
That's correct. All right. Last one, Val. Cool Runnings.
Oh, man. I'm going to go John Williams.
Incorrect.
Oh, man.
We got a lot of Zimmer on this list, and it's because he had the cooler, funky movies.
Yeah,
all right,
he's got a lot of cool movies. Tell me what I did, and then I'm also going to amend my previous statement. You also should know Michael Giacchino.
Oh,
out of composers.
Yes, absolutely. Please, thank you for amending.
Michael Giacchino now has done like a ton of huge movies. Like he did like Marvel movies and all kinds of stuff. But what I learned of him from was The Family Stone, which is my favorite holiday movie.
It's my second favorite movie.
Yeah. And that score is such like quintessential holiday, like sounding music. Like it's such a perfect thing. Yeah. If you're gonna host a holiday party, put that on in the background. It's amazing.
Yep.
Also, rest in peace, Diane.
May she rest.
Keaton.
Watching that in 2 days is gonna be rough. 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 2 days Val, well, speaking of good news, you got over 50% with a 7 out of 12.
Nice.
Yay.
I'm actually proud of myself because like I know a lot of like their obvious stuff, but I was guessing on a lot
That's
of
why
those,
I tried to go deep in the wells.
Yeah.
Well, Val,
yeah,
thanks for
sure.
playing. Is it Hans or is it Johns?
Hans or Johns?
Hans or Johns.
Thank you, Al.
You're welcome. Thanks so much, Val. Appreciate you.
Yeah, over 2 hours with my girl tonight.
Wow, here we go. we had some scheduling today, and we said it's us. This is real.
This is
me.
us.
I'm
This is
exactly
us.
where I'm supposed to be. Halloween is happening this weekend, but you're going to be listening to this late. I have to shout her out since I've mentioned her a couple times tonight. Demi Lovato for Halloween has dressed as her meme picture, Poot Lovato, for Halloween. And I think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. That's
so
how you do a
good.
bit.
That's how you also like absorb like not criticism, but like if someone's
you can't
making
make
fun of you
me for this anymore,
like,
because I'm making fun of myself now.
Right, exactly.
So good.
It's so perfect.
So good.
I love that.
All right, Val, what are we watching next?
We are watching Spin, which I know nothing about, except that the same writer, Josh A. Kagan, also wrote this movie and wrote that movie. So
What do you think Spin's about? Tops?
it's a
Hanukkah movie
I'm gonna
where spinning
cheat and
dreidels?
look. I don't think it's either. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Is it around a roller rink?
I don't think so.
Okay, what is it?
It's a DJ.
Oh, I'm gonna hate it. I can't wait.
Oh,
yay.
boy. Okay.
Okay, we've been here for a bit.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. I love you.
All right, love you. I love everyone here listening to us. Say some good comments about us. I really need it. Buy me a teapot.
Yes. Yeah, buy us a teapot. Leave a review. We're
Perfect.
We're running out of movies, but you know, still.
Okay. All right, Val. Bye, Val.
Bye, Al. This podcast was produced by me.
And me.
And it was edited by me.
The music was composed by Michael McNally.
You can find us online at thetridentnetwork.com/dcommentaries-pod.
And you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at dcommentaries.
D-Commentaries is a part of the Trident Network. To learn more about our videos, live shows, and other podcasts, please visit thetridentnetwork.com.
Disney Channel original movies.
Damn it, Allie.